Hey guys, Jonathan here, and today we'll be comparing the original 2015 Age of Ultron minifigures to the new ones released in 2024. This includes both versions of the Hulk and all of the other 5 main Avengers, as well as the Iron Legion, and we'll even throw some Hydra bad guys in there too. So, let's get started. Alright, we'll start off with Captain America, as we always should. So, this figure has upgraded quite a bit over the years. As you can see, we've got even more defined printing right there around the stomach area, and that's not even jumping all the way up to the helmet. Now, I'm one of the people that really enjoyed the printed head from back in the day. Some people said that his skin tone turned out a little too tanned or orange, like a summer beach vacation or something, but I always liked it. And hey, even almost 10 years later, I still really like it. That being said, I do think the new torso is a lot stronger, and yeah, I have nostalgia for the old shield, but the new shield is definitely a lot more defined and better. I also like that the new shield is gray on the back instead of red. It's just a little more screen accurate. Speaking of the back, we can also clip the shield to Cap's back, a little something like that. And then, of course, we've got that helmet up top on this one where we could reverse the head around, and he's got a smirk on this side, which it does work pretty well. I do think that that smirk looks a lot like Chris Evans, and they did a really good job with it, but I still think I like the original Cap just a little bit more. It might be nostalgia talking, I'll own it, but I think I like the original just a tad more. Alright, up next is Iron Man, and this figure is interesting because, of course, it's based off the exact same armor from Age of Ultron, but I do think the new 2024 armor pops a lot more than the original one. The red highlights, like in the torso and on the toes, really make it pop. And honestly, I feel like the best way to upgrade this figure would be just to literally put the old helmet on the new figure. I think that looks so much better. But I'm also a big fan of the old helmet style compared to the new one. So, you know, of course, both open up and both show Tony's face underneath. We do have a different Tony head because basically 10 years of difference. And the backs are relatively similar, but we do have a little more red that pops on the new one. But overall, I do like both, but because of the old helmet, I'm giving the W to the old Iron Man as well. Alright, for Thor, it's no competition. If you guys watch my review of the sets, I mean, come on, look how terrible the Thor is in 2024. They used the Avengers or Thor 1 torso for him when it's the Age of Ultron armor it's supposed to be. So, clearly, just for screen accuracy, the W is going to go to the 2015 Thor. But, you know, they both have the same Mjolnir piece. The new one does have that really cool rubber cape, although I prefer the fabric capes. However, I hate the sponge capes. So I do like the new cape on that one better. But yeah, just based on screen accuracy, the W is obviously going to 2015. We'll switch it up a little bit and look at some bad guys. This is the Hydra Trooper. Now, of course, the head is completely different because the new one is definitely a lot more accurate to what we see on screen. I'm guessing that this was probably based on concept art. If we lift it up, though, you can see they did a really nice detailed print on the back of the head of the old one. Kind of interesting, but like I said, probably based on concept art and hard to really compare them because they're not one-to-one. But we do have a lot of similarities on the back, and the torsos are decently similar, but I don't really know that one is significantly better than the other. Alright, Black Widow's up next. Now, on the modern Black Widow, they've been using the Jyn Erso style head for ages. We do have the same hair, which is pretty nice, but overall, the suits have a lot of difference to them. Now, I really like both. I think that this is really good for the suit from the beginning of the movie. Although the suit does stay the same, I just associate this look a lot more with Black Widow when I think back to that era of Funko Pops, Lego sets, Marvel Legends, movie posters, all that stuff. The original 2015 is just a little bit more emblematic in my mind. However, the new one is a much more sleek design, and getting that toe printing definitely wins at some serious points. I'm going to call this one a draw. Alright, up next is Hawkeye, and I love that the new 2024 version got leg printing and toe printing. I really like the hair that they use for the Hawkeye figures that have been coming out lately, but that head just being a generic Star Wars head, come on, man. Back in 2015, that was a great Jeremy Renner head, and I really like that. I also think I prefer the red on the sleeves. However, the detail of the new one just really stands out, and I like it a lot more. As much nostalgia as I have for the original one, I'm giving the W to 2024. Alright, time to send in the Iron Legion. I love these minifigs back from Avengers Tower in 2015, but the new 2024 ones are really stellar as well. They use that 2017 Iron Man helmet style that doesn't open, whereas the original one does open. And I think that that's really good to get that sleek look. Now, you guys know I love these original helmet designs, so while it's not as screen accurate as the new helmet is, I still think I like it just a tad more. Between the bodies, like the torsos and the legs, there's not enough difference to really pick one over the other. But it's a toss-up for me which one I like more. I do think that this looks a lot more sleek, but I've got a lot of nostalgia riding for this one, so I'm an impartial judge, I suppose. All right, so we've got the Hulk up first. Now, this is really interesting because back in 2015, we actually got toe printing on the Hulk. That's missing from the new one, but thankfully, both of them got really nice leg printing. I don't know which one is actually more movie accurate. I would have to imagine the new one, probably because they've had almost a decade to research it, but I really don't know. The body styles are different, with the new one having studs on the back, the old one, of course, not. And the old one, basically just the arms and wrists click into place, but on the new one, we actually have a removable hairpiece, and the head is removable so that you can twist it from side to side to, like, give some more dynamic posing. I do love the old original 2015. I actually think it looks more like Mark Ruffalo, to be honest, but the posability of the head on the new one is just stellar, so I'm giving the point to 2024. All right, guys, well, when it's all said and done, it's really hard to say which one is better. I mean, I do love those old 2015 minifigs for nostalgia reasons, but at the same time, the new ones do have so much detail. I think I gotta give the edge to 2015, and yeah, I'll say it's because of nostalgia, but I'd love to hear what you guys think in the comments down below, so let me know, and I'll see you guys on the next video.